What's up, YouTube? I'm in Malibu right now. I just passed Carbon Canyon Road. I got a couple of pallets of sand, sandbags, and gravel going to the Palisades. I haven't been here in a couple of days. The last time, it's actually been about a week. The last time I was in the Palisades was probably about a week ago. I'm not sure how long it's been since the fire actually took place. Maybe it's been about a month or so, give or take. And it doesn't look like anything has changed. All of these houses are still, not picked up. It's going to be like this for a long time. I know that there's a lot of speculation. People think that the government is going to, press the issue and try to get the mess cleaned up as quickly as possible before the Olympics take place, but let's be real. Olympics aside, it's not going to happen. It's just not. The task at hand is enormous. I understand the optimism, but really talking about California, one of the least efficient states in the country. So I don't see this problem being resolved and cleaned up for many years. I actually haven't been through Pacific Coast Highway to the Palisades since before it started raining. So I'm not even sure if I can get through I have to go somewhere close to like Temescal Canyon. I don't even know if I can get there yet. I don't know how bad the mudslides were. I guess there's only one way to find out. So I'll post this video if there's any residents watching. You can maybe get a better understanding of what Pacific Coast Highway looks like right now. And I'm not even sure if residents can or have access to their homes right now. I think it's just construction companies, emergency vehicles like the fire department and stuff like that, and also the utility companies. I think we're the only three that have special permits to get that have access to this. I could be wrong though. I'm not 100% sure. I don't know. I'm sure if you've got millions of dollars in the bank and you know the right people, you can get in. So can't see it, but if up on my left, so what is this, Big Rock Drive? It looks like they had a big problem on Big Rock Drive. One of my subscribers, or somebody who was watching my videos, he actually asked and reached out and was wondering what happened to the community or the residential area on top of Big Rock Drive. I haven't actually driven up there, so I'm not yet. But it's my understanding that nearly all of the houses up there are they're gone. Everything's gone. But I can't confirm because there's a lot of fact checkers out there, and I haven't been up there yet to physically see it for my own eyes. But from what I understand, it's all gone. So. Well, it looks like they got the highway cleared of debris and mud. So I wasn't sure whether or not I would be able to have access. I wasn't sure if I could get to, the Palisades from Malibu via PCH. It would take me such a long time to go back through the canyon to the 101 freeway, to the 405 freeway, get off on Sunset. Like, oh man. That would take forever. When I drive through here, I'm still in awe and disbelief. I don't know how to comprehend how devastating it really is to see this. Not in my wildest dreams could I have ever imagined that something like this would have taken place. I would have thought maybe there would have been an earthquake off the coast of Malibu and a tsunami hit. That, to me, that is more probable in my eyes. Like I could see that happening before a fire like this happening. And apparently, not too long ago, maybe a couple of days ago, there was some pretty small earthquakes or like seismic activity off of the coast of Malibu. I'm sure all of the mudslides were an attributing factor or contributed to why that happened. I could be wrong, and I probably am wrong. So take it for what it's worth, I guess. Topanga Canyon, from what I understand, is still completely closed off. And from what I understand, you still do not have access whatsoever. I'm not even sure that residents have access to their homes. I'm not sure. I could be wrong. But I haven't driven through Topanga Canyon in over a week. So I guess I'm just I'm speculating. Wow. All of this. If you're not from California, or if you're not a local, if you don't live in this area, these little RV homes, motorhomes that are parked on the right-hand side. This is nothing by the way, before these fires took place, both sides of the streets, on the left side of the highway and the right side of the highway, there was hundreds of homeless people living alongside the highway right here on the beaches. Hundreds. Like RV after RV after RV. It just kept going on and on and on. This is another hold on. You're good? Okay. I don't know why they're just like standing there. So this is Coastline Drive. One of my subscribers was asking about an area up here to my left. And she actually gave me an address to see if the house was burned down or not. I haven't actually gone up there. I haven't really had a need to go up there just yet. But it's also my understanding that the majority of the houses up there are no longer there. As you can see to the left, there's obviously some houses that weren't they were impacted, but they weren't burned down completely. Like, they're not total losses. So I'm not sure if up above the Getty house right there, or whatever that is, the Getty Museum, whatever it is, there's probably some houses up there that are still standing. But it's my understanding, again, that the majority of the houses up there are total losses. So I also had a subscriber ask me about Gladstones, which is coming up here on the right. I actually misspoke and said that it was destroyed. Obviously I was wrong. You can see there is some damage on the right hand side right here. I don't know how substantial it is or how bad it is, but it seems to be okay. I'm not sure if the restaurant in general will be open in the future. I'm sure that the customers, there's not going to be a very large amount of customers in the near future. And when you think about everything that took place, a lot of these businesses on Pacific Coast Highway, they were struggling. I know it's 5 years after COVID, but a lot of these people had to endure COVID for, I don't know, a couple, at least 2 years, from 2020 to 2022. A lot of their businesses were struggling, and I'm sure that a lot of companies and businesses spent a huge percentage of their life savings to keep the business afloat, So going through COVID and years of dealing with that, and then now getting bombarded with this catastrophe and disaster, the probability of them staying in business after these fires is, man, it's just like one problem after the next. These people can't catch a break. It sucks. I will say some of the best customers are in these coastal regions. But then again, some of the worst customers are up here too. The amount of entitlement, when you have millions and millions of dollars, it kind of goes to your head. But then again, I've had some customers up here that are so generous and they're so nice and they're very thoughtful and they're just like really cool, and they've always, you can have a conversation with them about whatever. And these are some of the night. I don't know if it's the coastal breeze or if it's the air, the fresh air that they're getting off of the ocean. I don't know what it is, the cool temperature, but they've all, for the most part, the majority of my customers out here in the Palisades and in Malibu, they have a tendency to be some of the nicest freaking people. I'm not too sure if that'll continue after this. You know, I mean, look at this to the left. Like, I think this was a mobile home park. Yeah. And everything here is gone. Everything. Just complete and total destruction. Such a shame. So I'm coming up here on Temescal Canyon. I had a subscriber. I think her YouTube channel was like Malibu Barbie or something like that. And she's got a pretty substantial following. She had like 500,000 subscribers. And she was asking me if there's a little park. I can't get up to Temescal Canyon. No. Let me ask. Can I get up there? Yeah. I can go up to Temescal? Thank you, brother. So she was asking about, there's a park, I think it's Aliso or Alismar View Park right up here to the left in these little residential areas. She was asking basically like the status. And then this is the first time I've driven up Temescal Canyon, and the park is up here on the left-hand side. It's a beautiful little neighborhood. It's a quiet little, like, it's just like it's the most beautiful little residential neighborhood. It's so quiet, and the streets are narrow, and everyone has like an American flag and a white picket fence. It's just a beautiful little quiet residential neighborhood. And they have a couple of little elementary schools that just are, it's beautiful, you know, it's indescribable. It's a perfect little community. You couldn't ask for a better quality of life, really. But I haven't been up there, but I mean, I can see to my left that there's a bunch of houses overlooking, and they're all gone. So I think that everything is gone. I mean, obviously there's probably houses that are still up, but for the most part, I would assume everything up there is gone. Also, it's actually quite hard for me to get my truck up into those small residential areas. So if I do go up into those residential areas, it'll be with a smaller little flatbed truck, or what they call like a straight truck. You know, which is fine. Like, sometimes I'll drive a trailer, and sometimes I'll drive a little straight truck. It just depends on how heavy my load is, how much stuff that I'm carrying with me, and it just depends on where it's going as well. Sometimes I physically can't get a trailer into these areas, so. Or I mean, I probably could, but it's just extremely hard, and it's not even worth trying. Like, it's not even worth the hassle. And if one person is parked on the side of the road in a residential area, and he's not parked correctly or really tight to the curb, I'm actually physically incapable of making the turn, you know? So here, I'm not sure. So right up in front of us is Sunset Boulevard. gotta make a left, but I'm not sure that I can. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn right, and then I'll do a U-turn. Person doesn't know what they're doing. Oh man, wake up. There's a little elementary school up here on the left. It used to be such a beautiful little school. Sometimes I would come in here in the morning, early in the morning, and you would see all the little kids going to school, and they all had their little stupid little backpacks and their little Pokemon. You could just, it was just a beautiful little school, and you couldn't ask for a better community, like the highest quality people. But it looks like a lot of it's burned. So this was another school, village school. This is childhood. Maybe this was a private school, I'm not sure. It looks like it. But it looks like the majority of that was burned as well. You know, this is one of the reasons why I am under the impression that, you know, rebuilding the Palisades is going to take a decade or longer. You know, and I say this because I've experienced wildfires before up in Ventura. You know, basically from Ventura all the way to Santa Barbara. There was only 1,200 structures from the best of my knowledge, that there was only 1,200 structures that got damaged in that fire. This is like 15,000 plus. So, and in it's okay, you go. Go, brother, go. Sorry. In that fire, there was only 1,200 structures, and there are still houses that haven't been rebuilt. Like, I'll drive up there in Ventura along a cliffside, and there's still empty lots that are just burned down like this. Years from 2017 or 2018. So to say that this is going to get done within 18 months or anything close to that, like, it's not going to happen. There's no shot. This is going to take a decade to rebuild. Like, the infrastructure, the power lines, the rebuilding apartment complexes, and thousands upon thousands of homes. You know, this is going to take a decade, dude. Olympics or not, there's no shot this is gonna get. Look at this guy. Come on, bro. Slow it down, bro. Slow it down, homie. Slow it down, dog. People are still driving crazy. So, I got a job site coming up here. It's about 5 minutes away, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap this one up. And I wanted to say thank you again to all of my subscribers and people who have been commenting and viewing my channel. I really appreciate it. I hope that I can provide you with a little bit of insight, and if you're a resident and you don't have access for whatever reasons, maybe I don't know. I'm doing the best that I can. I'm not really a photographer, and I'm a truck driver, so and it's also really hard for me to sit inside my truck and ramble for 20 or 25 minutes, talk to a phone by myself. So anyways, thank you again to all the subscribers. I really appreciate it. And I'm actually getting pretty close to 500 subs now. So anyways, until next time, guys, thank you so much. I appreciate it.